Hello friends, welcome to the Southern Mountain Kitchen. Today we're making a Snicker cheesecake. So recently I was trying to come up with something different to make with a cheesecake because I had people coming around and I wanted something interesting to have for a dessert. So what I thought about was making one with Snickers in it because you've got all the things that if you like a Snicker bar, it's going to be inside. So this is what we're going to make today. This is what I put together. So you're going to start out with 3 blocks of cream cheese, which you want them to come to room temperature. And we're going to beat these up with a mixer till they are very soft and blended and smooth. So that way there's no lumps, there's no hard pieces in it. You just want to break it up into like a really creamy texture. And this is going to take a couple of minutes to do, hitting it with the mixture, just going back and forth, going around the sides and the bottom of your bowl to make sure that you get them all incorporated. Now, once you get it mixed up pretty thoroughly, you're going to add 2 eggs to this, which we're going to keep mixing and blend through. Just a reminder, you might want to do in advance is to turn your oven on to at least 350, unless your oven cooks a little cooler, and a little bit higher, maybe like 380 degrees. And then our mix, we are adding in a cup of sugar, which we're going to keep blending. Keep mixing it through till everything is completely mixed. You might want to turn your mixer up on high. To this, we're adding a tablespoon of vanilla extract. And keep going with the mixing until everything is incorporated. So anyway, when your oven is up to 350 degrees, you know when this cheesecake is put together completely, it's going to be in there for at least about 50 minutes to cook because these things do not do it quickly. As you're going with your mixer, if you feel you need to turn up the speed on it a little bit or decrease it depending, go for it, because all you're trying to do is blend this to really smooth texture. You want to actually get this all really silky, and it takes a few minutes to do, but when you bake your cheesecake, it turns out a lot better once it's really smooth after you've beaten it a lot. So that way you don't have anything like if you've bought a less expensive cream cheese, sometimes they're lumpy. So this gets rid of that. And to the mixture, once it's completely done, you're going to add the equivalent of a cup of cut up Snickers, which I was using those fun size ones, so it was about 11 or so of them, cut into slivers. You don't want really huge pieces of this. You want it just, about 1/4 of an inch across, and put those chunks into your batter and stir it in. So that way, once you get your cream cheese all mixed in with this is what you got. And you're going to pour it into one of the large size baking pans. The one that I got is the one that says, I think it says extra large on it, because they have ones that are regular size and the ones that are jumbo size. This is that larger one. And mine is a graham cracker crust in it. So take everything and get all the ingredients out of your bowl and then smooth this around inside of your crust. Just a reminder, if you hadn't done it already, your oven should be at 350, 300 and so degrees. We want to make sure that this bakes really well. But like I said, it's going to take about 50 minutes. And when it comes back, it'll look something like this. Now, mine went into the refrigerator for at least a couple hours. And that way it's set up in there and it's a little bit hardened. So in my little bowls here, I have 1/2 of a cup of chocolate chips. And then in the other one, I have 1/2 of a cup mixed between brown sugar and white sugar, in which I added just basically a little splash of vanilla extract. So in each of my cups, I'm adding about 1/4 of a cup of sweetened condensed milk. And we're going to put this in and then mix up what's in your little bowls. So that way the sweetened condensed milk gets down into the bottom, but also the vanilla extract makes its way through and everything else. So what's going to happen here is you're going to have like a chocolate ganache topping pretty much, and then you're going to have one that's kind of like a caramel topping. And once these are microwaved and everything is set up, we're going to drizzle this over top the cheesecake. So just mix it up a little bit to make sure that all the ingredients are mixed through, especially with the sugars, because you want to make sure that they get liquid all around them. And once these are mixed up, we're going to put them in the microwave one at a time, and we're going to run them through for, I'd say, at least a minute to 2 minutes to see how much you get it like melted down. And when you stir up the chocolate, when it comes back out, it'll look like this, and you want to drizzle it over the top. And you can put as much or as little as you want on here. Just go back and forth with a spoon and just let it drop off, because eventually you're going to make a lot of lines of this, and then you're going to do the caramel right over top of it. So the whole top of the cheesecake is going to get quite a bit on top of it. The good thing about this, there's no right or wrong about how much you put on it or how you put it on top. As long as you drizzle it, make sure it covers the whole thing, you're in business. And now, since the caramel has gone through and done its time in the microwave, we're going to stir this up. It's a little light colored, but it's still a caramel, and we're going to drizzle this over top as well. Just remember to stir it up to get the brown sugar through it, so that way it will give you a little bit of a coloring. And then again, you're just drizzling this over top just like you did with the chocolate. And again, you use as much or as little as you want. If you prefer more chocolate, use more chocolate. It's your choice. And when it's done, it looks something like this. And this is an amazing cheesecake. And then the best thing is, not only is the topping great, but everything inside is great as well. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And if you'd like to, check out my cookbook, which is available on Amazon and in bookstores worldwide. Have a great day.